Yes, I really did spend 15K on a mentorship. And in the beginning, you go through like the 5 stages of grief. I'm not gonna lie, because like 15K is 15K. And I decided to take a risk. But, that's what I do. I take risks. I guess you could consider what I was going through like buyer's remorse. But, a couple weeks later after that, you start to really see the value of your purchase. Because let's take it back to my first business. My first business was Amazon, right? I never bought a mentorship. I learned everything through YouTube. And it took me a while to learn everything. But now with like this mentorship, I paid 15 grand, right? And then boom, I have instant access to knowledge that was accumulated for 2 years. And so with that, I'm able to exponentiate my growth. And I know there's a lot of people out there that sell shitty information and make a lot of money from it. But the guy I bought from, I have worked with him in the past. I'm getting into the business of credit acquisition and credit repair. And he was one of the main factors of how I was able to scale my Amazon business to $1 million in the last 12 months. When he came out with a mentorship a few months ago, it was like, okay, I've worked with this guy in the past. I know he's legit. I know he provides good value to business owners because he provided good value to me. So when making the buying decision, for me, it was just like, literally, this is how it happened. The thought came to my head. It was like, if I buy this guy's mentorship, I can start a new business. And I've worked with him in the past, so I know he's legit. And then I was hesitating. I'm like, oh, but it's 15 grand. Should I really do it? And then I was hesitating for like 20 hours, right? Obviously, I slept in some of those hours, whatever the fuck. But I was hesitating, and then I called my friend, and he was like, hey, this is not like you. You don't hesitate. You just act. You take a risk. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's true. That is who I am. And then after that phone call, I'm like, okay, I'll just do it. Damn, that's a big-ass wing on that fucking Subi. And then 24 hours later, after this idea came to my head, I just decided I'm going to do it. And then I did it. And now I'm here a couple weeks later, and we're building the foundation for the business. We're starting to get the ball rolling. Mind you, I'm starting the business negative 15K, plus like $80 on a Fiverr editor. So we're gonna have to make that money back, and we will. But when you work with the right person, you can really 10x your growth in whatever dedicated industry you do choose to get into. The stars just lined up for me, and I just decided to take action, and it's just as simple as that. But obviously, if it was a stranger, I'd be more hesitant to spend fucking, 15 grand on a stranger's mentorship. But I've known this guy for like a year now, and he got me 50,000 at Chase, and he got me 35 grand at Citizens, which is a New Jersey bank. And with that money, I went from like doing 20K a month on Amazon to like 120K a month, which is like crazy. So if I can provide the same value he provided for me to other business owners, I'm sure I'll be successful, and that is what I'll do. So would I recommend other people do this? I'm not a fucking financial advisor, bro. Like, make your own fucking decisions, dog. Be your own person. Think for yourself. Don't let others think for you. Or, consult those you are close with that have known you for fucking years upon years, like I did. Like, if you're hesitant, consult somebody that knows you. This retard wants to fucking die, bro. He ain't even look. But yeah, boys, make decisions that you're able to live with. And always remember that everything you want, you already have.